Hello, beautiful beings. It's wonderful to be in your presence and seen by your light today. This was a requested video all about connecting with Ascended Masters. So, Ascended Masters were formerly embodied beings here on Earth that went through multiple initiations into their highest being and are now a part of what I like to call just different mastery and traditional teachings all around the cosmos that really are just coming forth to assist humanity and assist all souls and beings in their own ascension, in their own expansion and evolution as souls. So I truly do believe that we are all going through our own initiations, whether we choose to go through it or not. It really just depends. We are all on the same path, but in a very unique and different way. We're experiencing multiple things and all a part of this very similar, simple mission that has really spread out in like so many different ways because of the way that humanity has gone for so long. So anyway, Ascended Masters are accessible to everyone. I truly believe they are. And they have been known within so many different religions and traditions throughout societies. And really, for me personally, when I connect with Ascended Masters, I love to do my research first. So first, I will kind of feel called to a specific energy. For example, Mother Mary was one of the first Ascended Masters that I really felt connected with. So I really felt called to Mother Mary just very randomly, and I could just feel her energy. And this is after really allowing myself to connect more with my guides and my star families and my angels and my support and guidance teams. So through that expansion, and I have a video all about connecting with your spirit guides, which may be helpful as well, but it's very similar. You know, if you're really feeling called to someone, to an Ascended Master, allow yourself to go and do a little bit of research. I have a couple books back there. I have the Sophia Code, I have Anna, the grandmother of Jesus, a few other ones that really also describe just so many different experiences of these beautiful gods and goddesses and beings of light, these Ascended Masters, right? So with these master teachers, they have information out there, whether it's distorted or not, or very little bit of information out there. So when I was allowing myself to tune more into Mother Mary and her energy, I did a little bit of research, but not from a very religious standpoint. I didn't want there to be a specific bias or anything, and also I couldn't find that much information on her as far as when it came to any texts or what have you. I in fact found people that would channel her and channel her information. So that's where I saw a lot of information when I was tuning into Mary Magdalene and Mother Mary and even Isis. So really going and reading their stories or listening to them through channels and just tuning into what actually felt good to me, and then allowing myself to hold a nice sacred space to connect with the Ascended Master that I wanted to call in. And Mother Mary being one of those, I would ask myself if I felt an energy that felt so good and I could just, you know, have this like little intuitive thought that was like, oh, it feels like a mother. And then I was like, Mother Mary, like, okay, right? And then speaking that aloud, you get confirmation of the energies that are around you. So allow yourself to be curious. I really feel like this is important when connecting with anyone in general, even if it's your ancestors. Be curious. Ascended Masters, be curious. Your spirit guides, be curious. Yourself, be curious. Really, that's the best thing that we can be when we allow ourselves to open up, instead of having this one tunnel vision view of specific ancestors or Ascended Masters. So with that in mind, allowing ourselves to be open to the experience, instead of thinking that, you know, Jesus or Yeshua is supposed to come to us in any specific way. It can be very different than what we may think and what we may see and what we may have heard from these Ascended Masters. So back to that sacred space that we hold, it's very simple. It's so simple. And I feel like the Sophia Code, if you feel called, especially feminine beings, which, you know, we all truly are, to take a read at some of these chapters. In the first one, we really go through connecting with Isis and learning more about her story. I even have a card deck, which I think you guys know, of Isis, so it's a lot of her wisdom in there too. And I also love card decks and like oracle cards to really learn a lot more as well. But most of what I learn is through experience of actually having conversations with these ascended masters. And in order to do that, it could look different to everyone. So you could sit in meditation and allow them and call them in and pray and set the space and really imagine them sitting in front of you or coming to you in any way that they normally do. Some of them have very specific symbology about them, the way that they move, they wear specific colors, and don't get too attached, but that's also an indication of how you may know who the Ascended Master actually is. So like I said, it's so much easier if you allow yourself to tune into what feels good and right for you in the moment. So if you're feeling called to Isis, allow yourself to connect with her. Call her in, all right? Say, hey, I'm ready to connect with you more. And it's really a journey when we allow ourselves to connect with these Ascended Masters. It is a journey, okay? It's not just you meet one time in meditation or you're like writing and you're channeling some information from them or whatever. It's not just that. And it can be for some of them if you're not meant to have that journey with them. But I've been working with Mother Mary and Mary Magdalene and Isis for a long time. And I've started working with other Ascended Masters like Green Tara and just so many others. But what I really want to bring into this space is the fact that when you allow yourself to connect with them, it's a lot like having your guides. You know, it's a lot like having some guidance and support. It's like having a friend or a mentor around you. And it's absolutely so nourishing. And as we connect with these Ascended Masters, we allow ourselves to then really begin to put the pieces together one by one. You know, that's really going to help us in whatever initiation it is that it takes to really be in the presence of these Ascended Masters. So they all really truly do have specific purposes and specific masteries and teachings that they can hold, right? And we can find this online anywhere, right? But as you connect with them, you may feel it a lot deeper. It goes a lot deeper than that surface level of just some words, right? It's very energetic. It's so much of an experience to really begin embodying and saying yes to this journey of being with these Ascended Masters and allowing them to mentor you and assist you and be your friend and family in this space, because we truly are all family. So there's no reason to feel like, oh, I'm not worth being in the presence of Yeshua or like, you know, anyone. Don't even worry about it. That's not true. We're all family. And as soon as you allow them into that space, you'll see there's just like so much love and so much acceptance and so much power. There's a level of strength that is really brought up when we allow ourselves to journey with the Ascended Masters. And remember, it is your choice. You know, if you're really feeling called to something, go for it. Okay, if it really resonates with you, if you really want to connect with someone, connect with them. What are you waiting for? There's not going to be a perfect divine time, and there may be, and I feel like that's all the time lately, especially, and just being in your room and connecting and meditating and turning off the lights and just like calling upon your star beings and light beings, Ascended Masters, and you know, it's really, really powerful. And some truly do believe that we have like an Ascended Master Council, right? All to form this very beautiful active guidance for our consciousness during this time. And believe it or not, I'm not actually positive about anything. I really focus on the energy that I feel and tuning into that and what feels real and true for me. And I love that idea. I truly do. And it truly does make sense the more that I connect with different Ascended Masters and learn more about what they have to offer. Just like Hathor, like I'm currently really tuning into her energy. And also Mary Magdalene, I'm coming back to that, those teachings that she holds. And there's just so much experience and there's so much love. There's so much understanding because they were embodied as multiple human beings in multiple incarnations on this earth, right? And there's a level of awareness and awakening that they have to really be here and be present and hold us in beautiful spaces. So being able to attune to their frequency is not of any question. question. Really just allow yourself to connect from a pure heart. That means just connecting to your heart and what feels true and real for you, and not expecting anything, being so curious, being so open, and doing a little bit of research, reading a little bit, maybe channeling a little bit, maybe watching some videos to learn a little bit more, and seeing what resonates, see what doesn't, you know, and then from that space, allowing yourself to connect with that ascended master yourself to receive exactly what is really actually true for them. So yeah, it's a really powerful practice to connect with your own ascended masters, and knowing that you're going to connect with many, or maybe really strongly with some and then with others for short amounts of time. But really, it's so magical, and it really activates different archetypes within our beings. You know, they're meant to really activate parts of our soul into remembrance, which is what I'm all about. So I hope this was helpful in some way, shape, or form. Please do check out the other video, connecting with your spirit guides. It's really about creating that sacred space and knowing that it doesn't have to be any specific way when you're connecting. I truly do believe it's a very personal journey and relationship that we begin to cultivate when we're connecting with them. So let me know if you guys have any other questions in the comments down below, if this helped at all, and make sure you like and subscribe if you aren't already. It truly does support me. If you want to hear more, just let me know. Sending you all so much love. I'll see you in another video.